All right, let's dive in. One name that's been consistently popping up in conversation over the last couple of seasons is Bruce Brown. And it's not by accident. For teams that are serious about winning, Brown represents the kind of player who checks all the boxes. He's not the flashiest name out there, but if you understand basketball, real gritty, high-level basketball, you know Bruce Brown is a difference maker. He's versatile, physical, smart, and most of all, he plays with that edge, that toughness that separates guys who just fill the roster from guys who impact winning on a nightly basis. Now imagine Bruce Brown next to Luka Doncic. That's not just a fun idea. That's a legitimate fit. We're talking about a 6'4", 6'5" type of player who can guard up, take on wings, switch onto bigger players, and still move his feet well enough to stay with guards. And he's not just doing it in flashes. Oh, this guy's been consistently showing up defensively wherever he plays. He brings that dog mentality, the one that doesn't show up in box scores, but shows up every single possession. He's relentless. He hustles. He crashes the boards. He dives on the floor, and he doesn't shy away from the big moments. Think back to his time with the Denver Nuggets. Bruce Brown didn't just ride the bench to a championship ring. He was right in the middle of this action, playing real minutes, contributing on both ends of the floor, and delivering when the lights were the brightest. That team needed guys who could switch defensively, make smart reads, hit timely shots, and bring toughness to the lineup. Brown did all that and more. His ability to adapt to different roles is a coach's dream. He can come off the bench and give you energy, or start and guard the best player on the other side. He's even capable of initiating offense if you ask him to. He's not a pure point guard, but he can get your offense organized, push in transition, and make the right reads. He's the definition of a glue guy, but better because he also brings actual production. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Bruce Brown is a free agent again. And if you've been following closely, you'll know this isn't the first time the Lakers have had him in their sights. In fact, there was a real chance Brown would have signed with Los Angeles not too long ago. He was ready to take the full mid-level exception from the Lakers, we're talking about around $11 million a year, and slide right into a role that would have helped solve a ton of problems on their roster. But then Indiana came calling, and they didn't just match the Lakers' offer, they nearly doubled it. The Pacers dropped a $22 million deal on the table. And let's be real, you can't fault the man for chasing the bag. That kind of offer doesn't come around often. And any player in this situation would have done the same. And it actually worked out well for Indiana. That deal turned into a valuable trade piece that helped them bring in Pascal Siakam, which ultimately propelled the Pacers to the NBA Finals. So while Lakers fans might have been frustrated to miss out on Brown, it's hard to argue that the Pacers didn't get incredible value out of that move. Not just on the court, but strategically. Overpay a bit now, turn it into a long-term gain. And now Bruce Brown's on the market again, and the big question is, how much is he willing to take this time around? Let's be honest, he's not getting $22 million a year again. That was a very specific set of circumstances. This time, the number will be lower, the market's tighter, and a lot of the teams with cap space are in rebuilding phases. Not exactly the kind of situation a veteran like Brown is going to want to walk into. That's what makes the Lakers interesting again. Yes, they only have the taxpayer mid-level exception right now, which is under $7 million. But depending on what LeBron James decides to do with his contract, things could open up. If LeBron were to take a discount, something like $20 million less, the Lakers could suddenly have access to the full mid-level exception, closer to $13 million, and still stay under the salary cap apron. That scenario makes it possible, how even realistic, for the Lakers to make a serious play for Bruce Brown again. And here's the thing, they should, because he's exactly what they need. Think about what went wrong for the Lakers this past season. They lacked perimeter defense, they lacked toughness, they lacked guys who could consistently fight through screens, chase shooters, and make life difficult for the opposing guards and wings. Bruce Brown gives you all that. And on top of that, he gives you an offensive player who can space the floor, knock down threes at a decent clip, attack closeouts, and finish through contact. In fact, if you go back and look at his numbers, there's a clear pattern. When he's placed in systems with real structure, playing alongside elite playmakers, his efficiency shoots up. During his time in Denver playing off of Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, Brown had one of the most efficient seasons of his career. He was cutting to the basket, spacing the floor, and hitting shots at a 36% clip from beyond the arc on over 3 attempts per game. That wasn't a fluke. That was a player benefiting from quality looks created by elite teammates. Now imagine him playing off of LeBron and Luka Doncic. That's a dangerous trio. That's a group that could absolutely shred defenses with ball movement, pick and roll actions, and off-ball screens, and it's not just about what he gives you statistically. Bruce Brown brings a mentality. He's not one of those guys who fades when the playoffs arrive. Quite the opposite. He elevates. He's comfortable in the chaos. While other guys get rattled or disappear under pressure, Brown gets better. He embraces the moment. That's exactly what the Lakers need. We saw what happened this past postseason. Guys like D'Angelo Russell, who were huge contributors in the regular season, completely vanished when it mattered most. The team needed grit. They needed guys who wouldn't shy away. And Brown is one of those players who lives for that. Even this past season, where he split time between Toronto and New Orleans, he managed to be productive in both spots despite dealing with a lot of roster changes and inconsistencies. With the Pelicans especially, he stepped up when injuries piled up. He was given a larger role and responded with efficient, reliable play. He shot 36% from 3 with the Pelicans, a notable improvement from the 31% he posted with the Raptors, and kept doing all the little things. Defending, rebounding, facilitating. He averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and half a block per game, all in around 22 minutes per night. Those aren't empty stats. Those are impact numbers from a role player who doesn't need the ball in his hands to affect the game. And if you look even further back to his stint in Indiana, he was giving them 12 points, nearly 5 boards, and 3 assists per game, while shooting 47% from the field. That's starter production. And he played 30 minutes a night. He wasn't just a fill-in. He was part of their core rotation, doing everything from guarding the opposing team's best perimeter player to initiating secondary offense. And still, that might not even have been his peak. His best version might still be the one we saw in Denver, that elite role player who knew exactly where to be and when to be there. He was used perfectly there, attacking in transition, cutting off ball, spacing the floor, switching defensively, and hitting timely shots. And again, that was a team built around Jokic, who sees everything. But LeBron James and Luka Doncic, 2 of the best passers in the game, they can do that too. They can create the exact same kind of looks that got Brown open in Denver. That version of him could thrive in Los Angeles. It's not just wishful thinking, it's based on real recent evidence. So it really comes down to the question, what's Bruce Brown prioritizing at this stage of his career? He's going to turn 29 in August. He's still in his prime. But he's not a guy who relies on crazy athleticism, so his game is going to age well. He's strong, he's efficient, and he's smart. Does he want to chase another big payday, even if it means going to a rebuilding team with no shot at a title? Or does he want to be part of a team that's ready to compete right now? A team with championship DNA, proven veterans, and a real shot at making noise in the West. Because if Bruce Brown wants to win, and he's willing to take a little less to do it, the Lakers should be all over this. Whether it's via the taxpayer mid-level, the full mid-level, if LeBron helps create the space, or even a sign and trade. Los Angeles has options, and they should explore every single one of them. Because guys like Bruce Brown, who bring toughness, versatility, defense, and unselfishness, those are the guys that win you playoff games. Those are the guys that make the difference between a first-round exit and a deep postseason run. And let's not forget, Bruce Brown has already shown interest in playing for the Lakers. He was ready to come before. It wasn't about fit, role, or culture. It was just about money. Now, if the financials can work, the door is open again. And this time, the Lakers should walk right through it. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Whispers are swirling across the NBA landscape, sending shockwaves through fans and analysts alike. The rumor that has been simmering quietly may be on the verge of boiling over. Kevin Durant, the prolific scorer of multiple-time NBA Finals. Contender might be saying yes to the Los Angeles Lakers. Sources close to the matter suggest that Durant is seriously considering joining the Lakers, a move that could reshape the balance of power in the Western Conference and ignite a frenzy of speculation around the league. Durant, known for his lethal scoring ability and versatility, has long been a target for franchises eager to assemble super teams capable of championship runs. The Lakers, fresh off recent ups and downs and still hunting for their next true superstar, have been rumored as a potential destination for Durant. Now those whispers have intensified, fueled by insider chatter and subtle signals from Durant's camp. While no official announcement has been made, the buzz in the NBA community is hard to ignore. The Lakers have the allure of Hollywood, a storied franchise history, and a roster that could complement Durant's style perfectly. Pairing him with their existing core could create one of the most formidable lineups in recent memory. But the question on everyone's mind is whether Durant is willing to take that leap, embracing the pressure and spotlight that come with wearing the purple and gold. Critics argue that Durant's previous stints with teams have shown a desire to find the perfect fit, and joining the Lakers might not be a guaranteed success story. Injuries, team chemistry, and expectations loom large. Still, the mere possibility has sparked a whirlwind of debate among fans and experts, with social media buzzing and sports talk shows dissecting every nugget of information. If Durant does say yes to the Lakers, it could trigger a domino effect in the league. Trades, signings, and strategic shifts could follow as teams scramble to respond. For now, though, it remains a tantalizing rumor, one that could either fizzle out or explode into one of the biggest headlines of the NBA offseason. In the world of professional basketball, where fortunes can change overnight and the unexpected is always around the corner, the potential union of Kevin Durant and the Los Angeles Lakers stands as an electrifying possibility. Fans and insiders alike will be watching closely, waiting to see if this whisper becomes a reality. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.